Hi, everybody. We're here once again at Yettys Hall of Fame restaurant with
Hi, guys.
Give your brother a hug.
Hi.
Love you. You know, let me ask you a question.
What?
How was it that the Hall of Fame got a hold of you to put the pizza?
You know, I don't know. The magazine just called and said,
They
I
said-
think they look around to see what places have been around for over 50 years.
I see.
And they
And that
just
has a good
call
reputation.
that are still in business with a good reputation.
Yeah, you know, Central New York State has a lot of restaurants that are on television. They come here, you know, like different ones, but pizza, it's unusual to have someone in the Hall of Fame in Herkimer, New York. You know, you've been here 55 years.
No, we've been here longer than that.
I mean,
since
it started
52.
52.
So
48,
60.
58, 68, 70 years.
70 years?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That one homemade pizza with a homemade sausage and everything is famous.
Oh.
Of course, you got a lot of different kinds of pizza.
We do, and I'm going to make a Yettys today, and I left it before. Oh, I left it right here so I can show you guys how it's constructed.
You know, good thing to mention, we're open Wednesday through Sunday.
5 days a week,
Closed
11.
Monday, Tuesday.
Yep.
Got the big parking lot over there.
Yep.
Which is wonderful. So today, what are we going to make?
We are going to make two of my favorite things in the whole world: marinated sun-dried tomatoes and pickled peppers, and then marinate them. When you buy, if you like sun-dried tomatoes, when you buy them, they're usually like this. And then you cook with them and they're kind of leathery. If you buy them packed in oil, they cost a fortune. I'm going to show you how to pack them in oil. They're going to taste better than what you buy. And if you grow tomatoes, it's something else to do with your tomatoes, your excess tomatoes.
You dry
and
your
it's
tomatoes?
Oh, yeah.
No?
And I'm going to give you 3 ways how to dry them.
Okay.
And then
good.
pickled peppers were on my dinner table growing up every single dinner. There was peppers and bread. And it's these. And anybody that's ever been to my house and has them absolutely loves them. It's
what?
cherry peppers.
Cherry pepper.
And you can grow sweet cherry peppers if you don't like the heat. I don't know if a lot of people knew that. They look just like regular cherry peppers, but they don't have the heat. Or you can grow hot cherry peppers. This is what the pickled peppers look like. I'll show you how to do it. It's super easy. And then you can just open a jar, marinate them. And the sun-dried tomatoes, you can buy them like this and do the procedure that I'm going to show you, or you can dry your own tomatoes, vacuum seal them, or put them in the freezer and then put them up in jars like this, or you can just put them up in jars like this and put them in your fridge. They'll last. They'll be gone. You'll eat them before they spoil.
When you say vacuum,
months.
When you say vacuum seal, you mean you just cut the tomatoes and put them in a vacuum thing?
No, I mean after they're sun-dried.
Oh,
to store them if you don't want to, if you don't have the space for all the jars. Well, I'm going to show you.
Oh.
If you have a dehydrator, I have an Excalibur, which I absolutely love. I use a dehydrator. I did sun-dried. When you sun-dry them, it takes about 4 to 6 days. You have to bring them in every night. If you heavily salt them, that'll pretty much keep the bugs out. But most people have an oven, so it's easier to just do the oven, or the dehydrator is the best in my opinion. The oven is about 200 degrees until they're done, maybe 6, 8, 10 hours. It depends on the size of your tomatoes. You just got to look at them, and I'll tell you how to check them. So I'm going to cut these to show you that you don't have to do any, like a lot of times they'll tell you to take the seeds out, or you need a special tomato. You can take this little piece off. When you buy them, they do not remove that thing. That's it right there. You cut them in half. You don't cut them in slices, because then you're just going to have little leathery pieces. You want the meat. So you cut them from the top right down like that. I just pull that off just because. You put them on, you can put them on a cookie sheet with parchment paper, or a rack, or whatever you want to put them on in your oven. That one didn't have a big thing on it. Basically, that's your prep work right there.
Are those a particular?
If you look online and you read stuff, they overthink it. You do not want to pull those seeds out. They'll tell you to pull the seeds out, that you need a special tomato. You do not need a special tomato. San Marzano obviously are the best tasting tomato. These are just Jetstar or Early Girl. I don't know. It's just a sandwich tomato. I use sea salt always. I very rarely use regular salt unless I'm salting my pasta water. Put them in your dehydrator. Dehydrator is 150 degrees, 12 to 18 to 24 hours, depending. You don't have to turn them. You don't have to do anything. You'll know they're done when they're not sticky. when they kind of look, this looks really dry because I made those a couple days ago. They'll look a little wetter than this, but they should still be pliable. And as long as when you pick them up, they don't have any wet or stickiness on them. And that's that. So after they are dehydrated, can you put this? Oh, I'll just put it right back here.
Yeah.
After they're dehydrated, you're going to take, this is a quart of water to a half a cup of white vinegar in a bay leaf.
A bay leaf?
1 bay leaf.
Yeah.
You're going to dump your things in and rehydrate them. I don't know, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. It depends on the size of your tomato. Sometimes I do cherry tomatoes. They come out really good. Really, any size tomato. If your tomatoes are giant, don't be afraid to use them. Still just cut them in half. It's just going to take you longer, but you'll have a great sun-dried tomato for a sandwich.
Do some tomatoes make better dried?
Well, San Marzano makes the best because they don't have a lot of seeds. They just dry quicker. They have a lot of meat.
I see.
But while you are... I don't have a plate. Charlie. I just eat it with bread.
Man, that's what you call healthy living right there, huh?
That is heavenly to me. And if I was home, I'd just slap that whole thing on there and stand over the garbage and eat it like a maniac. But I'm not home, so I'll eat like a lady. Or Charlie, you can eat like a maniac.
Yeah. I'm good at that.
Get some of that juice on there.
The juice
Here.
is, where does the juice come from?
It's oil. Sorry,
Oh, it is.
it's
You
packed
put
in
the
oil.
in there?
I don't use straight olive oil because it congeals when I put it in the fridge. And
You make that bread?
yeah,
That's,
it's our bread from here.
that's homemade bread?
Yeah, that's Yettys bread, Goofy.
Unbelievable.
It's the bread you eat every time you have a dinner. So after your tomatoes, can you see this? Well, they're kind of plumping up.
Wow.
You're going to dry them on a towel, couple hours. I'm not going to dry them for a couple hours. It doesn't matter because I'll eat them today. The reason why you want to re-dry them, not in a dehydrator or anything, why you want to pat them dry and let them dry, you don't want water in your oil. But I'll probably eat these today, so I'm not really worried about it. I just want to show you guys the process. So you're going to dehydrate, rehydrate in vinegar, water, and a bay leaf, and I'll post the recipe. So see, that's all floppy, and this one is still kind of hard. So you want to just get out your floppy ones. Clean, lint-free towel. Whenever anybody tells you to put stuff on a towel, they don't mean a bath towel that has lint on it. They mean a lint-free kitchen towel.
So you cook those about 5 minutes?
Nah, this was only a couple of minutes. It depends on the size of your tomatoes. You want to rehydrate them. They should not still be like dry and stiff. You want to get that vinegar and water in there to rehydrate.
So that jar there.
How's that tomato?
Tremendous.
Wasn't it good?
That was worth it.
So if you buy,
Your sub did that bread.
yeah, that's our sub bread.
And muffalatos and all.
Yep.
Wow.
So if you buy sun-dried tomatoes packed in oil, they cost a fortune. This is really super easy. A fortune, $7 maybe for a little jar,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Well, maybe it's not a fortune to you, but I grow tomatoes. So if
Yeah.
you grow tomatoes, you're all good.
Yeah.
Or you can go to the farmer's market and support your local farmer.
When you grow your own, is that considered organic?
If you don't use pesticides or chemicals, which I don't. I'm going to show you how to do pickled peppers. I already got a jar half full because I'm not going to stand here all day and cut peppers.
Yeah.
But there are some tricks to, you should always wear gloves, but my hands are dead. I don't need to wear gloves. If you cut a nice fat chunk right there off, which doesn't have seeds, then you take your knife and you cut another line like that, your seeds come right out.
You take the seeds out for digestive reasons. They're hard to digest. Seeds.
They're hot as hell.
Oh, that too.
That too.
That's
So
just to say the seeds are no good for digestion.
pull the fat piece off.
Let me ask you a question. Those seeds right there, if you do you plant them to make you?
You can, but I just buy plants, you know. I started my sweet pepper seeds. So when you get your peppers all cut, you fill your jar. Don't pack it, just fill it. I like to fill it a little, then hit the bottom of the jar. Fill it a little, hit the bottom of the jar. And I forgot a really important step. Wash and keep your jars hot. Put your peppers in
Like,
a hot jar. And if I was more prepared and knew what the hell I was doing, I would tell you that this pepper brine should be boiling on the stove. I'm just gonna wing it, guys. So the pepper brine is 4 cups of white vinegar to 4.5 cups of water. The end. 4 cups of white vinegar, 4.5 cups of water. A little bit more water than vinegar. This will be boiling on the stove. Your peppers will be all nice cut up in your thing. And I suggest you get pickling salt. My mother never did, but it's just a little bit more reassuring that your stuff's not going to get soggy, too soggy. 1 pickling salt, 1 tablespoon of salt to 1/4 teaspoon of alum.
alum. What's that for now?
It's to keep it crispy. The end. And you're going to pour your hot brine over your peppers. You can take a butter knife or a knife and run this around. Can you see this good? Yep. Well, run this around to get the air bubbles out. You'll see the bubbles will be rising. Just run it around a couple of times. Top it off. You want to leave 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. You don't want to fill it all the way. Look, there's a space there because it's going to suck the air out. Put your lid on. I turn it upside down for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, which is not really important, you don't even have to do this. I do it because it pops the lid quicker. Once you turn it over after 5 minutes, that lid will pop and it'll be sealed. You put it on your shelf, forget about it. Leave it 2-3 weeks, then you'll have these. I have peppers downstairs from 2019 that we're eating.
Do they last that long?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. And they're always fresh.
They get better the older they. I wouldn't touch these for 3 weeks. After you get your stuff marinated, you pull your peppers out. You chop up some garlic, salt and pepper, your oil of your choice. Here you can use any kind of oil you want, and a tiny splash of water just to cut that oil. Don't
Is that the Marizano peppers?
No, they're the cherry peppers. So listen.
Yeah, my friends call me that.
Don't use the vinegar. Drain your peppers, then put oil, chopped garlic, salt, pepper, and a little tiny splash of oil. Let them sit on the counter for a few hours before dinner, and then put them in the refrigerator after they've marinated. Or you can put them right in the fridge if you're not going to eat them today. And they will stay in your fridge months. I've never lost those either. Never.
We'd never know.
There's always a jar in my fridge. Never, never, never. So now we're going to go back to our pretend that these are done sun-dried tomatoes, that we're going to pretend that they're dried. And you're going to get another.
They're really good for you too, right?
I don't know. Well, while we're still on peppers, I wanted to show you some other peppers. These are jalapenos. I'm letting these ones go red because I'm going to dry them for ancho powder. So this process here, you can do with any kind of pepper you want. Just slice your jalapenos, put them in the jar, put your alum and your salt, cover it with hot brine, then you have pickled jalapenos. These are sweet habaneros. Do you like habaneros?
I don't know.
This is one of my favorite peppers to eat.
Just them cook with it on TV all the time.
Yeah, I like to freak people out because they think I'm eating a habanero.
Is it hot?
No, it's fucking sweet.
Oh, yeah. I think that.
Can I do the show with someone else?
Listen, I don't know my ass.
You don't. You don't.
But
no. Isn't that delicious?
That's the first time I ever ate one.
So I know. So these are super easy to grow.
I get them.
Because nobody has them around here. I get them online. I get my seeds online.
Oh, you do?
You only need one plant. This one plant will give you hundreds of peppers. It's like a really good plant to grow. You're not going to find it at your grow. You're going to have to look it up. It's a sweet habanero. But if you like the flavor of habanero, or you make hot sauce and habanero is way too hot, do these. These are what I grow instead of bell peppers. These are Marconi peppers. The skin on the flesh on these is so thick and gorgeous. These peppers will stay in my fridge for 3 or 4 weeks. Where a bell pepper, if you can get it not to rot on your plant, I have a hell of a time with bell peppers and worms. You might get 5 bell peppers out of a good plant. You'll get 25 out of one Marconi plant.
Can you buy Marconi in the market?
I don't think so. Just grow the seed.
Huh.
That's all. I just wanted to tell you guys, if if you're gardeners or you're pepper growers or pepper lovers, call me. I'll give you some seeds. So now, wash your jar in hot soapy water or boil it, sterilize it. Make sure you have clean, hot jars. Put your chopped garlic. You're gonna layer garlic, oregano, and oil. Garlic, oregano, stack your peppers. And I use, I like the olive oil, it's sunflower olive oil mix. I like that flavor. Straight up olive oil, I love, but I don't want to wait for the jar because I keep them in the fridge. I don't want to wait for the jar to not be congealed.
That's sunflower oil?
This is olive oil mixed with sunflower oil.
I see.
But you can use any oil you want. Canola oil, any oil that you like.
Oh, like
Yeah.
lasagna.
Because you want all the flavors in there.
Oh, I see. Yep.
You can use anything you want. You can use rosemary, basil. Basil would be awesome, but I'm just hooked on I'm hooked on this recipe, honestly. I don't think it could get any better, but
You grow that oregano?
yeah. Oregano's super easy to grow.
Difference from that oregano and oregano you buy in the
Yeah, it's not as bitter or strong. The fresh oregano, this is not fresh, it's mine dried, but to me it's not as bitter.
It's always better to cook with fresh ingredients, honestly.
Not always.
Not always.
I don't know, it depends. If you're using fresh, I know I'm going to get this wrong, so I'm not even going to go there. Dried is less than fresh. I think you use 3 times more or twice as much fresh as you would dried. That makes more sense. But I would not put fresh herbs in here because that will spoil you. I honestly would just use dry. You're going to top it off. Make sure all the air is out. And make sure this stays covered in oil. And there you have it. I wouldn't touch this for a couple of weeks either. So make a bunch. I just want to show you this pizza first. This is a Yettys, and I want to show you, this is before we cook it. There's a whole entire layer of sausage on the bottom of there. That whole pizza has fresh sausage, homemade sausage. Then we put your toppings on top. Then when it comes out, we put your sauce on top of that.
You got onions on that too.
Yeah. Why, you don't like onions?
No, I do, yeah.
That's called the Yettys. All right, guys, thank you.
There we're going.
This is a Yettys pizza. This is how all our pizzas come, with the sauce on top for all you new customers. Sausage on the bottom, I showed you earlier. Sausage spread first, cheese, then your items, and then when it comes out, we put sauce on.
This is.
Did I ever tell you how much I hate delivery? Just pick it up and eat it. Are you really cutting it with a fork?
Well, I got to be careful, you know. I don't know. Sometimes I just.
All right, this is how you really eat it.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm trying to be polite, I guess.
Oh, okay. I'm not. Sorry, guys. This is chicken parm, and I don't have a fork. You took my fork. Wow.
There's one there. It's in the pasta. There's that a bowl.
Oh, it's over there. It's hiding.
Plus, all her homemade rolls are out of this world. And they use them all for the subs and everything.
So,
her breads and
chicken parm, this is not fluffed up for the show. None of this is fluffed up for the show. I did not make any of it.
The pork.
Yes, my guys,
You don't pull any.
my main guys, Bobby and Gio, made all of this, and this is how they make it every time.
That's right.
This is fresh chicken tender, mozzarella cheese, and homemade sauce. And it's a whole real piece of fresh breaded meat. Nothing is frozen. Spaghetti, obviously.
Yeah.
That's chicken parm.
That sauce is your own recipe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I make my sauce at home. That's my home sauce.
Mhm.
All your dinners will come with a salad and a bread, which I forgot, but it's basically a piece of this cut with some butter and cheese on it.
You also, you sell burgers and fries here.
Great burgers. I almost did a burger, but I wanted to do the roast beef sub.
Also, personal pan pizzas.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is chicken broccoli. What the hell is it?
Alfredo?
No, it's broccoli rigs. It's garlic sauce, broccoli, and I added chicken. So if you want to order this, order the broccoli rigs and add chicken. This is super good. It's a pretty simple simple dish, but when I was growing up, we called it broccoli and macaroni. That was my birthday meal. That's what I always requested is broccoli and macaroni. And my mother's like, you sure? I mean, everybody wants roast and ham and whatever. I'm like, nope, broccoli and macaroni.
You know, it's rare that I'll have pizza with onions on it, but it's really good.
Yeah.
You don't take the order onions.
I love onions.
You know?
On pizza? Hell yeah.
What kind of onions? Is it just a white
Just a
onion?
regular Spanish onion.
Yeah.
Italian wedding soup. Homemade. I'm not even going to say homemade anymore. Guys, everything except like these. I don't even know what's not homemade. You can just add it anywhere, G. Thank you so much.
Wow.
This is Italian wedding soup.
Brownies here, you get them every week.
Chicken, little bitty meatballs, greens, and pasta noodles. This is my favorite.
The wedding soup?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the meatballs in there.
I can tell you how many people pick this up when they have somebody that's sick and not feeling good. I do. Sweet fries. These are breaded ravioli. These are the raviolis that you would get for your dinner. They're not frozen. Well, obviously the raviolis are frozen. I don't make them. But then we cook them and fry them. And these are not my favorite, but they really are good.
You sell the wedding soup and you can buy it in containers here.
Mm-hmm.
Also the pasta fazool, also the sauce, also the homemade dressing. All those things.
Yes, and creamy Western.
You can pick it right up and you come in for pizza.
Yes, they're frozen.
This is award winning right
This is a steak sub. Everything, all of our subs are on a toasted homemade roll. This is steak, mushrooms, provolone, and onions. I can't take a bite of this because I'm stuffed already. Charlie will. But there's
Good. This wedding soup is incredible.
steak, mushroom, onion, provolone.
This is a serving of wedding soup?
Yes.
Holy crap.
These are small subs. Oh yeah, you can give it to me, G. Thank you. This is your dinner bread that comes with the dinner. So you get your dinner,
You have lots
salad,
of hot
and bread.
too, what they call hot subs.
Yeah, I have meatball tunnels, sausage tunnels. This is a roast beef sub. Roast beef is made in-house. All of our subs are fabulous. I can never pick one. Toasted bread, roast beef.
Is that your own personal recipe for the wedding?
Yes, it is. My mom's.
Or your mom? I thought so. Josephine, right?
Yes.
God bless her. I loved her. Amazing.
Oh, sorry. This is a brownie sundae. Homemade fudge brownie. Fudge, chocolate chips, anything chocolate is in there. Oh, this is my pasta fork, but who cares?
That
I
brownie
can't
is
eat
the
that.
best brownie ever eaten.
What the hell do we have there? Oh my God, I forgot. A chicken pesto panini.
Yes.
This is our paninis. I make the rosemary bread here. And that's the only other different bread that I make. Like if you get a muffaletta or subs or dinner breads, it's all the same bread. It's Italian bread. This is a chicken pesto panini, which is
different kinds of paninis you make.
just like 3 or 4, but you can order whatever you want on them. This is outstanding. It's marinated chicken, roasted peppers, pesto mayo, and provolone cheese. I'm taking that home. I'm too full. Can you take a bite?
Here, put over here.
Come on, somebody's got to eat.
We will.
If you cut me a little piece, I'll eat it. These are Jelly Bun Puffs. I love these. Gio does a great job. These are fried dough, powdered sugar, strawberry glaze. And this is what they look like, unless you get it delivered or take home, and then it looks like hell. So come in and eat. I'm telling you, if you really want the pizza experience, or if you want your food to look and taste like this, you have to come in and eat it. If you get it to go, we wrap the sub, it gets smashed, it sits in your car. God, if you get it delivered, they take 3 weeks to deliver it. And it doesn't look the same. So
A
don't
lot of restaurants, you won't get this quality or this.
don't kill me.
Number one.
Okay, side note, I forgot, of course. Newsflash, I forgot something. I forgot to tell you to slide a bay leaf in your sun-dried tomato jars before you seal them. Bay leaves, if you happen to have a bay tree, like my son does, you have fresh bay leaves. If not, you can just use dried.
You have other desserts besides brownies. You have.
I do. I don't really need a menu to tell you, but I have all different kinds of fried dough, house glaze, cinnamon and sugar, powdered sugar. We have pasties, chocolate, vanilla, peanut butter and jelly, cherry, apple. We have chocolate raspberry. We have fried dough like that with cinnamon and sugar and chocolate and raspberry. Carrot cake, cheesecake, cannolis, strawberry shortcake.
Wine and beer bar,
Wine and beer,
soda. you name-
takeout, delivery, 315-866-4201,
Yeah.
109 Mohawk Street in Herkimer, New York.
Listen, if you've never been to Yettys, you're missing out. And those who've been to Yettys, they come
And
in
if-
our store all the time, say, Charlie, oh my, tell Felicia it's wonderful. I mean,
Guys,
it's unbelievable.
if anybody has a question on any of this, because I know I'm really confusing, call the restaurant and ask for me. I'll be happy to answer any
Yeah.
questions.
Felicia, honey, thank you.
Thank you,
Such a
Charlie.
guy. I'd love this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Walter Morrissey. See you folks next time. Thanks a lot
Bye.
for watching.
Thank you.
We are Grace Williams Creative Group, a marketing and creative business based in Ithaca, New York. We specialize in creating memorable marketing campaigns that will connect your business with new customers. We achieve this through strong marketing campaigns aimed at your specific target audience. Here's how it works. First, you reach out to us, and we perform what's called a marketing audit. That is to say, we go over how and where you're advertising and what your messaging is. We determine what is working and what might possibly be a better way to reach your target customer. From there, we formulate a plan and a budget that works for you. And that takes us to cost. What will it cost your business to bring in professional marketers? The truth is, it's different for every business. A new business might need to build brand recognition, while an established business may need to grow a younger customer base. Some businesses will benefit more from strictly digital marketing, while some may need a mix of traditional media such as television, radio, and print. Let us help you. Your first marketing audit is on us, no charge. You have nothing to lose. Fill out the contact form at gracewilliamscreative.com or give us a call at 607-216-8558. We look forward to working with you.